Hello guys, welcome to the TI lectures. In this video, we'll be discussing about the vaccines against the COVID-19. Also, in this lecture, I will try to clear all the doubts regarding the side effects of the COVID-19 vaccine, the rumors which are nowadays circulating in our society regarding its side effects and vaccination aftermath. So, first of all, we know that there are different kinds of systems in our body which work coordinately. We say that we have digestive system, we have nervous system, we have skeletal system. So many types of systems are present in our body, and one most important system which is related to our today's discussion, which is related to our today's topic, that is immune system. So we'll see a brief overview of the immune system. I'll provide you here the big picture of the immune system so that we'll continue our discussion regarding our today's topic. Got it? So if we say immune system, immune system is also called as body's defense mechanism. Whenever our body encounters any kind of pathogen, at that time the system which gets activated in our body, which provides defense mechanism to our body, that's called as immune system or defense mechanism system of our body. This immune system, this is categorized into two major parts. One is innate immunity. One is innate immunity or natural immunity, or we call it non-specific immunity. Non-specific immunity. The natural immunity or innate immunity or non-specific immunity, it is inherited by the organism from the parents and protects that very particular individual from birth throughout the life. Got my point? This innate immunity, I also mentioned here one most important point, that non-specific nature. The non-specific nature here indicates that there is no specificity in this kind of immune system. That means it can respond to any kind of pathogen, whether the pathogen may be virus or the pathogen may be bacteria or any kind of protozoan which invades our body. At that time, this type of immune system will mount an immune response against that particular type of virus or bacteria. That means it lacks specificity. There is no specific behavior present in this kind of immune system. For example, if we cite, there are many examples to cite here, like we have many kinds of barriers in our body, like physiological barrier is present in our body, like anatomical barrier is present in our body, like phagocytic barrier is present in our body, and inflammatory barriers are present in our body. They all come under this kind of immune system. Got my point? So the second type of immune system is adaptive immune system, or we call it acquired immune system or specific immune system. Specific immune system. The immunity that an individual acquires after the birth, the immunity that an individual acquires after the birth is called as acquired immunity or adaptive immunity or specific immunity. As the name specific, here I wrote specific nature. That means this kind of immunity possesses the specificity. It possesses the specific behavior towards the particular type of pathogen or the particular type of bacteria, any kind of bacteria or virus. Got my point? This kind of immunity is very important, right? Why this is more important? Because This not only renders the victim of the infectious pathogens but also prevents its further attack in future by providing the memory. By providing the memory, that's very important here, and that's the beauty of the adaptive immunity or acquired immunity and specific immunity. That this kind of immunity provides the memory. It not only relieves the victim of the infectious pathogens but also prevents its further attack in future by providing the memory. Got my point? So this type of immunity, this type of immune system, it works or it mediates by two kinds of cells, two important types of cells. One is B cells, and another is T cells or B lymphocytes or T lymphocytes. Both types of cells, whether we talk of B lymphocytes or T lymphocytes, both types of cells work together and are helpful in eliminating the pathogen. Got my point? So if we talk of the T cells, we say that T cells are important. Why? Because they help in activating our immune system or defend our body by directly killing the pathogen or also by forming the memory cells. These T cells, they help by directly killing the pathogen or by forming memory, because this kind of behavior, this is only present in adaptive immunity. This kind of behavior is not present, it has not been seen in innate immunity or natural immunity. This is only present in adaptive immunity. So we say adaptive immunity works by two important cells, it mediates by two important cells. One is B cell, another is T cell. The T cells, how they work? The T cells help by directly killing the pathogen or by forming the memory T cells. The second important cell I mentioned here is the B cell or B lymphocytes. These B cells or B lymphocytes, they also play an important role, they also play a pivotal role in the immune system. When any fresh B cell first encounters any disease causing pathogen, it divides rapidly into two important cells. It divides rapidly into two important cells. One is memory B cells and second is plasma cells. Got my point? One is memory B cells and another is plasma cells. And the memory B cells, after the formation of the memory B cells, how they work? These memory cells have a longer lifespan and they recognize the same specific pathogen even after years. That means they provide the long-lasting immunity. They provide the long-lasting immunity. Right? And if we talk of the plasma cells produce enormous number of important proteins, and those proteins are called as antibodies. You got my point? And then those antibodies come into place and render that specific pathogen, they neutralize that specific kind of pathogen. So this is the kind of beauty of the immune system, of the adaptive immune system, that it mounts an immune response by activating its special type of cells like B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes. And when the T lymphocytes get activated, they help by directly killing the pathogen, or they also form the memory T cells. And if we talk of the B cells, these B cells, when they encounter any fresh pathogen, they divide into two important cells. One is memory cell and another is plasma cell. Memory cells they provide the long lasting immunity, and the plasma cells, they form the antibodies. Got my point? So here we'll have a brief. Here we'll see that this adaptive immunity or acute immunity or specific immunity is further categorized into two important types. Number one is active immunity and another is passive immunity. First is active and second is passive immunity. Right? Active immunity, in this immunity, person's own cells produce antibodies or respond to specific pathogen. You got my point? Active immunity, in this type of immunity, person's own cells produce antibodies in response to infection or in response to vaccination. Active immunity, person's own cells produce antibodies in response to infection or in response to vaccination. In response to infection or in response to vaccination. These are the most important points here to be discussed. Number one, that the active immunity, in active immunity, which is a part of adaptive immunity, here the person's own cells produce antibodies in response to infection or in response to vaccination. This is the most important point here, which is related to our today's topic. Got my point? But one thing is important here to mention, that this immunity, active type of immunity, it is little slow. It's little slow. That means it takes a little time, subtle time to get activated, but after activation, it provides long-lasting immunity. Number one, it is slow, and when it gets activated, it provides long-lasting immunity. And the third important point is here, that it's harmless. It's harmless. Got my point? That active immunity, it's little slow, it provides long-lasting immunity and is harmless. And if we talk of the second type of the adaptive immunity, that is passive immunity. Here, in this passive immunity, when the preformed or ready-made antibodies are introduced or injected into the person to protect him or her against the disease causing pathogen, that kind of immunity is known as passive immunity. You got my point? In passive immunity, what is done? Preformed antibodies or ready-made antibodies are being injected into the person's body to protect him against the disease causing pathogen. Now, but this kind of immunity, passive kind of immunity, number one, it provides an quick relief. It provides an immediate relief, but it's not long lasting. Number one, it provides quick relief. Number second, it's not long lasting. And number third, it may create problem. You got my point? That this passive immunity, it's totally opposite to that of the active immunity. How? This active immunity, when it gets activated, it takes a little time to get activated. When it gets activated, it provides long-lasting immunity and is harmless. And if we talk of the passive immunity, it provides immediate relief, it provides a quick relief, but it's not long-lasting and may create problem. Right? So, this is the big picture of the immune system, a brief overview of the immune system. Right? Now, in the upcoming lecture, we'll discuss the vaccines against the COVID-19. We'll discuss the formation of vaccines and the vaccines in use nowadays for COVID-19. Thank you so much.
For more related videos, you can subscribe my YouTube channel.